2012 has probably been the worst year in WWE history. What a fucking horrible year it's been, folks. I mean, we've seen shitty pay-per-views, we've seen shitty title runs, we've seen shitty matches, shitty promos, shitty wrestlers. I mean, it's been the year of shit. I mean, if you want a good, like, illustration of how this year has been for professional wrestling, just go in the bathroom, take a shit, get up, look inside the toilet, make sure you don't flush. There you go. That's 2012 right there. Oh yeah, make sure you eat a lot of chili and beans and a lot of Mexican food before you take that shit. Make sure you get the full effect of 2012. You know, you don't want to just like take a nice clean one, you know, because that wouldn't be doing it justice. Yeah, you know, make sure you got the full picture, get the big picture right there. So 2012 has also spanned something that has really just really affected me majorly as a wrestling fan, and that's my Monday nights. You know, Monday night when I'm not working, because otherwise it will be Tuesday night for Raw, watching it on YouTube. But when I am home on a Monday night, I'm usually watching Raw. Now, Raw used to be, 9 to 11:05 here in New York. And, I don't really have a problem with that. The show sucked, but, it's only 2 hours of my life. Yeah, 2 hours of my life wasted for years, shitty-ass Raws, guest hosts and shit like that. But now, you were like 2 hours, but it's only 2 hours. That's like, I could have watched a good movie instead. But, it's only 2 hours. You can't complain that much. Oh, trust me, I can complain. But, you can't complain that much. 3-hour Raws then came. We had the big 1000th episode of Raw, which wasn't a bad episode. It wasn't that great either. It was very disappointing in my eyes. But then it spanned 3 hours of television every single week. And we would see even shittier promos, even shittier matches. We would get shorter matches, more shitty matches, because you had more time to fit into there. Just a whole bunch of replays, more lame-ass PG bullshit. It was just too much. It's too much to bear nowadays. 3 fucking hours, the length of a pay-per-view. And, even the pay-per-views are usually shorter than Raw. You could say actually that they're equal because you factor in the commercials and you got 2.5 hours of bullshit. I mean, I've never seen a show like this. I mean, the format is horrible. I mean, sometimes you'll get a main event and the main event is a bunch of mid-carders, a bunch of mid-card jobbers. Sometimes you've got Zack Ryder jobbing in a squash match in the last match on Raw. I mean, is this even a main event anymore? I don't know what's going on. Pointless tag matches, that they're using the formula from NWA days with the Rock and Roll Express. It's the same fucking shit over and over and over again. You got like 6 squash matches, one match that's like really long. It's like 20 minutes, and it's just boring rest holds the whole time. So you would think, 3 hours, this is way too fucking much. And us major fans like myself, we're probably going to want to watch main event. Now they got main event. Yeah, it's really funny. First they give us 3 hours of Raw, and then they give us another fucking hour of WWE content in main event over on Ion. That show's terrible too. And SmackDown is even worse. You got so many fucking hours of television. You got 6 hours, and then maybe you want to watch Superstars on Fan Nation, and before you know it, you've got 6 hours of content right there. And it's mind blowing. Excuse me, 7 hours of content when you add in Superstars. I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. WWE's on fucking overload. And the thing is here, what's got me majorly pissed off is that I just read an article over on PW Torch, fellas. At PW Torch, they talked to the chief financial officer, which, this is the CFO. They work very closely with the CEO. So this guy works hand in hand with Vince McMahon. He's pretty much got his hand on Vince McMahon's cock at all times. So there you go. So 3 hours of Raw, it ain't ending anytime soon. And why? Why they say they're not ending it? Well, they got a bunch of excuses, and I'm gonna read you a bunch right here. So I got PW Torch right here on my phone. I know it looks like a big bright blob, but just deal with it. So we got George Barrios. He's the CFO for WWE and shit like that. So anyway, he says that the third hour isn't going anywhere. Pretty much in this interview, he didn't say a negative thing about the 3-hour format. Wow. How the fuck did they do it? They just scored a fucking 2.55 on the last episode. And this guy ain't got nothing bad to say about it. So that's the overall rating, mind you. So what does he do? He talks about the first hour of the programming. Wow! Isn't that a big surprise? WWE once again making excuses. Here we go again. So Barrios says that the first hour of programming is up from 35% from what they were showing when Raw used to be 2 hours and started off at 9. Now, the interesting thing about that is because I know it used to run before it. It was either an episode of CSI or Law & Order SVU. Now, USA doesn't show new episodes of that programming. That shit is usually over on NBC, and that's where they show the new episodes of those particular shows. So, the fact that they are comparing this to a repeat of a show that has already aired on another channel is just downright fucking pathetic. How can you compare a live show that's brand new that no one's ever seen before to a repeat of a drama? You can't. And the other thing that just got my shit up in a stir is that he says that the only real concern about the 3-hour format is that whether or not WWE is duplicating their content. Oh yeah, no, they're not duplicating their content. We haven't seen 1,000 Randy Orton Wade Barrett matches or Sheamus Wade Barrett matches, constantly. We haven't seen this. We haven't seen 1,000 John Cena Ziggler matches. No, that's never happened. No, they're not duplicating content. That's nonsense. We've never seen these matches. Every show's got unique matches. Oh no, they're not. All these different squash matches that every single match is a squash match. No. They're not doing that on every single show. Let's get fucking real already. They are duplicating content, and the reason why he says they're not because they have new members of the of the WWE audience watching the show every week. They found out through a consensus or whatever they use to find out, that these are new viewers. So they're new viewers. So he says at least that they're not which is opposed to a majority of repeat viewers. So at least they're getting new viewers and not repeat viewers. Are you fucking serious? That is actually... Go on PW Torch. I'm going to link the article in the description. Why wouldn't you want repeat viewers? You know who repeat viewers are? Us! Chances are if you're watching this video, you're a repeat viewer. That means you're a big-time wrestling fan if you've been watching for a very long time. And no matter how shitty the product is, you're going to watch anyway. Those are the repeat viewers. So right there, he's admitting that the repeat viewers are getting fucking sick of this PG-ass bullshit, and they're hitting the high road. They're fucking taking a train out to non-WWEville. They're getting the fuck out of the WWE universe. I mean, they're leaving the fucking universe. The WWE universe. They're leaving it. They're sick of it. They're done with it. But at least we have new viewers. No wonder they scored a 2.55. You got a fucking moron as the chief financial officer. I mean, This guy is responsible for all the money that WWE makes. This guy has to make sure that they make money. And what they're spending money on. And this guy is saying, at least we don't have repeat viewers. What a fucking idiot! I mean, how stupid can you be? This is the kind of people that Vince McMahon hires. I mean, it's bad enough that he's got writers where the majority of the writers are just TV writers who haven't written a single successful TV show, by the way. But they're TV writers. They're college students, who have gotten TV writing degrees, that they've actually taken this in school, so they're just good TV writers. You don't know if they're any good or not because they never worked on an actual TV show, but they're TV writers. They're not wrestling fans. They just interned there and whatever. They just ended up there somehow. And this is who Vince McMahon has working for him. People who don't know a fucking thing about the wrestling business. At least we don't have repeat viewers. Holy fucking shit. This man's a goddamn retard. I mean, that's the whole thing about wrestling, is keeping the audience interest, making them come back for more, writing, great storylines and booking great matches, and just making the company in a way that's attractive to the viewer, that's going to make them come back for more. But no, they're saying at least we're drawing in new fans. Well, of course they're going to have new fans. Especially when it's so childlike. You're always going to have new babies crawling over to the TV screen to see what's going on. I mean, holy fucking shit. I mean, this is probably the most retarded thing I've ever read in wrestling news. And this guy holds a very high position in World Wrestling Entertainment. It's fucking bullshit. I mean, seriously, it's really sad to see this. I mean, that you've got somebody, who's handling, this is a big company. I mean, this is a gigantic publicly traded company, World Wrestling Entertainment, with a lot of investors and shit like that. So to see that you got a guy who just doesn't get it is very sad indeed.